just him talking. So.
Can I grab one of these?
Yeah, absolutely.
Are we ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
We're broadcasting live.
Are we ready then?
Everybody, do a quick mic check. I think we can hear everybody pretty good. Hello, hello. Whoa. Wow. Awesome. Yeah, that's good. And when Sid has to actually get up, I can hold the mic for you.
All right, that's fine.
All right. I guess let's go. 10:32. We're a little late, but that's okay.
All right.
Sid in his Candy Store Henchmen. Yes, it is. I'm here on a special show tonight. We're actually doing it live. So if you're listening at 10:30 at night in the middle of the week, you get to hear us right now. Normally you get to hear us early in the morning, which you will with the replay. I am John St. John, your host of the Best Morning After Ever radio show. And in the studio with me tonight, I have a crowded studio. Normally it's just me. Tonight it's getting hot in here. I've got Sid Yiddish with me and his Candy Store Henchmen. How's everybody doing? That's a warm welcome from Sid and his henchmen for everybody that follows him. He's from Saturn and to Russia to Mancow to slaminternetradio.com. How are you guys?
Fantastic.
Great.
Splendid.
Okay. So, I've got some interesting topics to cover, a little bit off the wall, just for everybody who is tuning in live maybe for the first time or hasn't heard all of our broadcasts. We've been on for almost a month now. We talk about a little bit of everything trending, and somehow it always relates to love, sex, and relationships. So we're going to mix in Sid's awesome songs with that throughout the half hour, and then he'll be on with us for another show as well. So, you know what? I really want to hear something really cool. So why don't we start off with a song, and then we'll get into a little bit more history of the band. How's that?
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm gonna hold that.
Let's do a song, since this is a sex-related show. Let's do one called "Herpes on the Doorknob."
Love it. Love it. Sid Yiddish and his Candy Store Henchmen. If that doesn't get you into the mood, I don't know what will. That's again, we're here with Sid Yiddish and his henchmen. Why don't we go ahead and introduce everybody, and then we can get into some of the interesting topics we're going to explore in this first half hour. So obviously to my right here, I have Mr. Sid Yiddish, who is blessing us with his present all the way from Saturn in Russia and now Chicago land. How are you?
Fine.
And who is well, actually my left, your right.
You can
Yeah, we can use the mics.
That's okay.
It works for just more than the music.
I'm Chad Chambers, and I have photographs. That's all I'll say about that.
Okay. And how long have you been with Sid?
I've been in the band since our first show, actually.
Awesome. Which
about-
is many moons now.
About 4 years ago? I
Yeah,
guess?
it'll be 4 years, December 9th, I believe.
Yeah.
My time flies. And the gentleman to your right, who's also the wonderful artist that did all the work that's been all over social media, publicizing this event.
Chip Nipple.
What's up, Chip? These are great. These are great
Nothing,
names.
nothing much. I got to tell you, this space is mind blowing.
It's a little small in here, but we make do. We don't normally have a band of 6, but you know, we do what we have to do. We have a lot of fun here, and it's a good spot in Chicago. A lot of interesting nightlife going on. So far, we haven't seen any alien-looking people so far tonight. It's kind of quiet. I think they're in the room with me right now. Okay, and playing the xylophone next over here.
Dr. Nothing, and I'll just say that I perform.
Awesome, and very, very well, I must say. Very good with the xylophone. I love the throat sound, by the way. We'll get into that in a second. And behind him, in the awesome wig for the pictures and for the video that we'll show later.
Jeden mitten fiddle. I
Hello?
play on the fiddle.
Oh, thank you for that introduction. So you guys have been around together now about 4.5 years? What did you just...
4 years. It'll be 4 years in December.
And this type of music, very, very interesting. Kind of puts you in the mood for some of the topics I want to bring up. But how do you come about doing this type of music? I don't know.
Well, this is
Singing songs.
This is this is improvisation. So
Improvisation. There we
so
go.
I have a system of a chart of about I think it's like 75 different hand signals that I created over a period of 3 years, and they know every single one of them. Isn't that right, fellas?
Whatever.
More or less.
They seem to wing it pretty well tonight.
They know, and if they don't know, they just interpret it as such. So that's kind of what
We're
do.
still learning. I feel like we're always learning. You know?
Yeah, and actually I've got a couple new ones I'm going to throw in tonight. So we're just going to go by the seat of our seat of our kittles, I suppose.
You've been Phil's kind of sounds a little bit taken back by that. I think he's pretty good there. I think he'll be just fine.
Yeah, he will be. He will be. He's the one with the most potential.
I like his hair.
But when we started out, it was Chad Chambers and also Yitmin Fiedel was these two are part of the original group. We don't always get the same amount of people, which I like a lot. So it's a collective. It's more like a group collective. Like it's,
Awesome.
It's kind of like it's like a club, or it's like Indians. We all have our different tribes and stuff like that.
The henchmen can multiply at any one moment.
Right. So it's like rabbits, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Sounds cool. I like that. I like what we did. That's definitely puts us in the mood for one of the topics I want to bring up. Something like I said, we just bring up things that are everybody's floating around on the social media. And one thing I found an interesting article and totally appropriate for that song is ways that people sleep and their special positions. So I can't see. Would you play that song to your girlfriend before? Like, when would this be an appropriate time to play that type of music? I guess in general is a good question to ask.
There is never an appropriate time to play that kind of music. Oh well, maybe. I know you're gonna say something, so.
In a mental hospital.
At the hospital. Okay, understood. That explains the crazy throat. And it's called. What do we call that method of with the vibration, the throat something?
That's Tuvan throat singing.
Say it one more time
Tuvan throat singing.
for all the deaf people out there. Okay, wow. That is definitely. I can't say. Were you an originator? I can't say I've heard that many people play that type of music.
Well, I don't know if I was an originator, but I took the lessons at the Old Town School of Folk Music about 10 years ago, so I've studied it ever since. And Chip, I think you've learned that on your own, is that right?
Yeah, it was actually that was something we clicked on when we first met.
Yeah.
I knew about throat singing. I'd heard of it. I never took lessons or anything. I can't sing, but I figured that I could throat sing.
You could
I got
throat
pretty
sing.
good at it, and that was like one thing we had in common when we met, that we were both doing the throat singing.
So
thing.
you throat sing to each other, but now will you do that to your girlfriend or spouse before you go to sleep at night? That's I'm trying to figure out when you play this.
I really just saved that for Sid.
Okay,
You know
so
what I mean?
that's Sid's method.
That's why she loves
That's
me.
really just for Sid.
Okay, gotcha. I mean, to me, I don't usually play music before I go to bed. I might have something going on during, the making love session time, but, to put in the mood, like if you're at a nice dinner, I don't know which song would be more appropriate. We got a few more we could play. What do you think would be, like, if you guys are would you play this at a bar mitzvah?
Oh, you bet I would.
Okay. Cool.
I would play it not only at a bar mitzvah, but a bat mitzvah, but I also do it at a bris.
Okay. Really? You're going to do some cutting and you're going to do some music?
Yeah, that's right. Well, we are available for brises and funerals as well.
Okay, everybody, if they actually need to find Sid Yiddish and his Candy Store Henchmen, this is a good time to bring it up. How do they find you?
Well, actually, I usually tell people through Facebook because the website's being worked on at the moment, but through Facebook.
So just Facebook, I found you through Sid Yiddish, and well, I've seen you on TV, so I want to bring up a little bit of that. You've gotten a little bit of local celebritydom here through TV with Mancow, who's been around forever, and and then of course, and I could play the clip. Well, it depends if you want me to play the clip or not of your national debut. That was what now 3 years ago already?
Yeah, that was 2011.
So was that an audition? Did they have an audition in Russia or on Saturn, or how did you come around getting on America's Got Talent?
How did I get there? Well, there were three friends of mine who had seen the throat singer the year before, the guy from Portland, the cab driver from Portland, and they said, if he can do it, you can do it. So that's kind of how I did it. And I remember the night of the audition, before the audition, it was down at McCormick Place, and I had a show that night out in Lakeville at Swing State. And I just came home, took a shower, never went to bed, and then I got my rocket ship and flew over to McCormick Place.
McCormick Place?
Yeah, and I think I'd been up for about 36 hours till I realized that they were gonna hang on to me.
Oh, nice. Because, you see the Well, there's a couple that we see of you. Actually, that might have been the one they taped. Did they tape the actual one at McCormick Place, or were you in New York when they did that?
That wasn't New York. That was Minneapolis.
Oh, Minneapolis. I'm sorry. They go to Minneapolis, New York. Like, they go all over.
Yeah, I know. It's supposed to be a reality show, but it's really scripted.
It's all staged.
Oh, yeah. Believe me, it is.
And did the costume originate, the garb you wear? It's more traditional, but I got to ask you about the mask. How does the mask come into the whole situation?
Well, the mask, I didn't used to wear a mask, but when I toured Denmark back in the spring of 2010, we had a show called Halfway to the Masquerade, and so I brought everybody Lone Ranger masks over with me, classic Lone Ranger masks, and so we all wore these masks during the tour, which was called Safari Freak Show Adventure. That was the name of the album I did with the Clean Boys.
Oh, cool.
Denmark. And
that's where the mask came from.
This mask in particular, after the tour was over, I had a couple of days off, and I went into the shop. It was just called Sex Shop.
Okay.
And I was actually looking for a penis squirt gun, and
you ended up with a bondage mask. Half of a bondage mask.
Well, right, and then I saw the mask, and I just fell in love with the masks.
Our sponsor could probably help you out. Sparkmaker.com actually has a mask similar to what you're wearing. I don't know how much it is, but whatever. Not important. So, but you don't have the henchmen covered up. They don't mind showing their faces, I noticed.
No.
they're cool with.
Then I'm
They're
like,
cool.
well, wait a minute. If you look at Meat and Fetal, he's got his head covered.
A little bit. He's got his orange hair on. You know, I thought maybe he just had a interesting, you know, thing. He was trying to maybe do a little dyeing and it went the wrong color. That's all. But you know, maybe going black and it went orange instead.
Trying to cover the gray, yeah.
Yeah, right. The little gray covered. Yeah, orange will always work, I think. But you know, so if you're trying to, I guess you wear this costume in the bedroom. You know, I'm wondering, is this all the time, or
Well,
is this just for the camera?
she hasn't asked yet, so that's
No mask or anything.
I can't comment on that. although I got it.
Alright.
Although I have to say, Chip certainly likes it.
What?
He's waiting to play his next song.
What?
So, okay, you know what? I was going to take a break, but I'd love to hear some more. Maybe to take us, we'll play into the break with another song from Sid and his Henchmen. How about that? His Henchmen.
Would you say call us Hebbish?
Yeah, I'm speaking Yiddish and I don't even know it.
Yeah, there's a bunch of Nevishes over there.
Yeah, that would be Sid Yiddish and his Henchmen. There we go.
Candy Store Henchmen, that is. But
Candy Store Henchmen.
here's the.
I don't want to forget the Candy
So we're
Store
gonna
Henchmen
do.
part.
I think to take us out. You want a long one or a short one?
Sure, whatever you want. I'm not in a hurry. We've got till 11.
All right, that's fine. Let's do. Where's Walgreens?
I like that one. I got this Internet Radio. You're listening to Sid and his Candy Store Henchmen.
This one. Catch it. Thanks. Say there, Dr. Nothing. Can you tell me where Walgreens is?
Go north 3 blocks, then go south 5 blocks, then go east 1 block, then go west 5 blocks. Then go north again. Make a great big circle. Then come back. But only after we start.
Say there, where's Walgreens?
Oh, Walgreens, yes, fine establishment, yes. Walgreens, it's, I can't remember exactly, I can tell you approximately though. If you just go over that way, just go a little shorter, a little distance, and I'm sure you'll find it, yes. It's right over there, yes. Yes, that's it.
Chad, where's Walgreens?
Well, don't you know? Walgreens is everywhere. If you find all of us, you only need to look in your own heart to find the nearest Walgreens.
Chip Nipple, where's Walgreens?
Intentional shoppers. Walgreens has relocated to the Blockbuster Video across the street.
Say there, John. Say, John, where's Walgreens?
Where's Walgreens?
That's right, I asked you.
Oh, there's one actually around the corner on Cicero, by the studio in Chicago. We'll be back right after this on the best morning after ever on SlammerNetRadio.com. That is really cool.
It's gonna be a short one.
I think it's.
I bet. Doesn't
it's a minute.
Doesn't sound like
I gotta tell him that.
Come on, Sigmers, that's what she said.
Just gotta get Ruth on
Come
Skype.
on, man.
Okay.
That's what she
But I
said.
gotta tell
You're
him.
getting lazy.
Somehow we gotta tell him.
He's looking for Ruth on Skype. Yeah. I don't know if she's calling or if we're calling her.
Skype. That's gonna be